Are we live? Check, check, 1, 2. I think we're live. We got one thumbs up. What's going on? People are coming in. Decided I'd do a live stream after the premiere of Fly-In Ice Fishing. All right, here we go. 100 people. Welcome. I haven't done one of these in a while. This is good. I'm trying to think the last time I did a live. Last time I went live on YouTube was probably after 39 hours, after the finale, after a couple episodes we went live. But I thought, you know what? We're getting close to ice fishing season. Hunting season is going to be done probably in a couple weeks for a lot of people. So let's chat ice fishing. So I'm just going to hang out, answer some questions. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Wish it was frozen over here. Okay, so that video, if you guys just came from the Fly-In Ice Fishing video, that video was filmed last winter. I haven't been on ice yet this winter. The only person I know that's been on ice this winter is Mr. Aaron Weeb with Sean Conrad from the Fishing Geeks. I don't know if you guys have seen that video on the Uncut Angling channel. Amazing video. They were catching brookies in like a couple inches of water. But yeah, they drove up to the mountains. And let me turn my phone off here. Yeah, caught some brookies. How's the bow hunting been going? Yeah, I have been trying to harvest the deer with my bow. It's getting a little too close now with like hunting season is encroaching on ice fishing season. So I'm probably just going to head out with my rifle and get it done as quick as I can. I'm not gonna wait it out for a big one, I don't think. Oh boy, we got lots of questions. Best advice on beginning a YouTube channel. This is a question that I've gotten quite a bit. The biggest thing I can say is like try to figure out how to make your channel unique. You know, there's lots of people trying to do YouTube these days, and I still think there's, you know, lots of room for more YouTubers, obviously. And I just think, yeah, you got to figure out what your niche is. You know, it like if it's gear reviews or if it's specific storytelling type pieces, or I think for me, it's like I like the cinematography side, so I like getting a little artistic with that. But it's all about finding your niche, because if you try to be someone else, if you try to be the next Aaron Weber, you try to be the next John B. Well, if you do the exact same thing, you're not going to have the same results. So, did Clayton teach you how to fish? Clayton has taught me some things. He's definitely taught me over the years. We used to have like these little walleye derbies. We actually guided at the same lodge together, and we would have walleye derbies on the little river behind the lodge. And I think it was pretty even. Can you give a class on setting up your Garmin live scope for ice fishing? I should go over the settings at some point. I made a video last year of the ice bundle I got. It's by a company called Summit Fishing Equipment, and they make like these kits for ice fishing. So you take your open water deal, and it's a nice little case kit for it. It's got the transducer holder, all that stuff. Any new ice fishing tech catch your eyes this year? I'm gonna try Hummingbird Mega Live. I'm gonna do a review video with it. I bought one, and I might end up selling my live scope, or I might end up selling the Hummingbird after. I don't know. I want to do side by side and see how they compare, because I haven't seen any Hummingbird live stuff. I mean, there hasn't been ice, so I haven't seen any ice fishing stuff with it yet. Pete, thank you for the money. You should buy Sam a puppy for Christmas. I'm not sure if $4.99 buys you a nice puppy, but that is, yeah. Sam would like a dog, but also we like to travel, so it's pretty convenient when we can just, you know, with cats, it's very easy. If you leave for the weekend, you can just leave your cats at home. With dogs, it's a little more involved. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're never going to get a dog. I'm totally open to it, but maybe if we moved outside of Kenora, had a place in the country somewhere, and the dog could run free, I just wouldn't want a bunch of animals in a tight house. Nick Schley, thank you for the money. Walmart has a Big Buddy heater on sale for $109, free shipping right now, as everyone is looking. That's a sweet deal. Big Buddy is what I use most of the time. Last year I started using something called the Buddy Flex, which is a propane heater for ice fishing. Buddy Flex is a cooking attachment, which was pretty sweet. So those are kind of my go-tos. Lewitt says, how does one step out into lodge guiding employment? You just got to start applying. When I was like 15 or 16, I think I applied at like 20 or 30 different fishing lodges. I just went to any lodge in Manitoba that I could get an email address, and I just started sending out resumes saying I wanted to start guiding. So you just got to do it. The first year might be less guiding. It might be more time on shore, cutting the grass, doing maintenance type stuff. But I mean, you just got to get your foot in the door however you can. And a lot of lodges are, they're willing to train you, even if you don't have past experience. It's just all about someone that's, willing to learn. So yeah, just put yourself out there. I mean, send out resumes. The worst thing that happens is they don't email you back. But I know there are places always looking for guides. What do we got here? What is your go-to walleye bait through the ice? I got a Jigging and Minnow on probably all the time on one of my rods, and then the secondary rod or the main jigging rod might be a jigging spoon. Frostbite dinner bell I use a lot. They just came out with a new tungsten one. They're going to redo their website like in the next couple days. I think maybe today or tomorrow they're relaunching their website. They've got like all new rods, a bunch of new baits, or new colors. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I would say like a jigging spoon or a rattle bait, and then a jig and a minnow. So often I'll have like the active bait, the rattle bait or jigging spoon, and then a couple feet away I'll have the jig and the minnow. So you often call the fish in with that active bait, and then they'll come and eat the more subtle presentation, or just crush the one you're ripping. What's the 49 hours ice edition I keep hearing about? I did a question and answer on Instagram, and people like to butcher the 39 hours name. And they call it 24 hours, 36 hours, just any combination you can imagine it's been called. And so I just find that funny because it's 39 hours, but there's no developments on a new 39 hours. What do we got? I mostly ice fish rivers around my town here in Quebec. We are limited to dead bait. What rig would you use on a dead stick tip up in current? That's a good question. What are you fishing for, Gabriel? I mean, I'd probably use like a split shot, a little hook, and just a salted minnow, a dead minnow. If you're fishing for like stock trout, you could use some trout dough or some shrimp. Gabriel says walleye. Yeah, so like a salted minnow is a fantastic option. Greetings from Montana. Hey, Carl, how's it going? I've never been to Montana. I'd like to visit Montana one day. I know the Meat Eater crew is from Montana. They're based out of Bozeman, so I'd love to go connect with them there at some point. That may happen in the future. Greetings from South Dakota. What up, Ryan? Are you able to drop the link for the deeper sonar ball? So in the last video, I used something called a deeper sonar ball, and essentially it's this little plastic ball that's got it's a sonar. You just drop it in the hole. It's great for ice fishing. I kind of use it as a backup, but it is inexpensive and nice to have. Nice to have that when you're ice fishing. So I'm just going to pull that up and drop the link, you guys, because I don't know my password. Trying to find the right link. The deeper sonar ball is great. It's like just nice to have a backup in case your flasher dies or whatever else, and especially like on that fly. And obviously, I brought the live scope in, but if the live scope died or for whatever reason, you can just use that sonar ball, and it works pretty good. Deeper sonar ball. I'm going to send you guys an Amazon affiliate link. So if you do want to buy it off this link, I do get a little bit of a kickback. Let me just see which one we got here. Deeper sonar ball plus. I'm not sure what all the differences are on these. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Here we go. This is the one I used in the video. All right, I'm going to post the link in the chat here, and then I will go back to the questions. Sorry for neglecting you. All right, this is the deeper sonar ball. Jay looks tired. I always am tired. I always look tired. I think that's just my droopy eyes. Wow. Pure Rules 154. Thank you for the gift. That is very generous of you. Holy smokes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Well, that was amazing. Thank you guys for the support. Honestly, you guys are unbelievable. There's 1,000 people, 1,000 on the premiere of the fly and ice fishing video. That's wild. So I filmed 5, 6 videos last winter around March, April, because ice was going out. Most places around don't have ice at that point anymore. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to film these videos and hold on to them and then put them out. Put them out in right before ice forms to get people pumped. And I know that I'd rather watch ice fishing before the season than after the season. I posted the link in the chat here. I'll pin it for the next little bit if you guys are interested in that. It is an affiliate link, as I mentioned. Should do a Rudy cam, says this one up. So Rudy's my cat, who you may have seen in the last video. I don't know if strapping a GoPro onto him would be good. CF Outdoors asked, do you reply to Instagram DMs? I pretty much reply to every Instagram DM I get, unless you say something weird or there isn't like it's not a question. And sometimes I won't respond, but I would say I respond to 99% of my DMs on Instagram. It might take me a while. I typically just, all of a sudden set some time aside and respond. What do we got here? Let's get Jay to 100K on this live stream tonight. I don't know, Jordan. I would love that. I don't know if that's possible. I hope everyone that's watching right now is subscribed. We're getting close to the 100K. When I started making YouTube videos, I mean, that number was just in my head, right? It's a pretty big a milestone, and I think we're gonna hit it. I don't know why we wouldn't. Last winter was crazy. And we're just going to keep doing the same thing. And I'm going to keep making videos that I want to make. And you guys have been supporting them unbelievably. So I'm very grateful for that. What makes you keep fishing, says Seal. I love them. I love the challenge. I love the variety in fishing. I love that it brings me to new places. But it's always different, right? You can go to the same lake at the same time of year. And it can be completely different one day to the other. So it's that puzzle you're always trying to figure out. And there's just like so many unknowns, so many variables, and that's what I love. I love about fishing. For jigging a minnow, do you like bigger lead or smaller tungsten? You know what? I've gone on to small tungstens, and that's caught a bunch of my nicer walleye over the last couple of years. Is on like a 7mm size tungsten. I don't know. Big fish don't always want big baits. Show us your cat. I don't know where my cats are right now. I'll open the door and maybe a cat will walk in during the live stream. We'll see. We'll keep the door cracked. If we're lucky, a cat will walk in. Jack, my man. You're a generous man, Jack. Thank you so much. I hear a cat. Oh, that's Sam. Never mind. Oh, she just tripped up the stairs. Sam, do you want to say hi? Oh, you did bring a cat. This is Judy. This is our firstborn. She's the star of the show. She's got an Instagram. Sam, say hi.
Hi. Have fun.
Thank you. She looks confused. Judy, there's 300 people watching you. What do we got here? Have you ever fished Simcoe? Who are your fishing heroes, or just anyone in the industry you've always looked up to? Says Ryan Burton. The Linders, absolutely. Like Linders paved the way for so many people. And then for me, probably who I watched the most growing up was In Fisherman. Doug Stange, just an absolute legend. Bob Azumi. Those guys they were doing it when before the YouTube days. Things were different back then. So Judy froze. What's Judy's Insta? I think it's Judy the cat. Have you ever fished Simcoe? Yes, I fished Simcoe. I did a series with AP Basson, Alex Perrick, and Taro Murata, two YouTubers and fishermen and just good friends of mine. So if you look, I don't know, it probably was a couple falls ago, but we got some big bass. I heard Taro, I don't know if I can say this. Maybe I can say this. I don't know if Taro's dropping videos yet. He caught his biggest bag of smallies ever earlier this week. I think he said it was either 34 or 35 pounds. He got 2 8-pounders in one day, which is just mind-boggling. Are you going to fish Lake Winnipeg this year? Absolutely. I might be dressing up as Santa this winter and go down on Lake Winnipeg, giving some gear away. I did that a couple winters ago. It was a lot of fun, so we might be doing that again. Jay, have you ever tried for lake trout? Tried trout fishing on Lake of the Woods? Not recently. I mean, I've done a lot of ice fishing, but yeah, like not this fall. I haven't done any lake trout fishing on Lake of the Woods. What is the best rod for sight fishing brook trout? Depends on the size of the brook trout. If they're really small, you could use the sight bite, which is the shortest rod Frostbite makes. It's like a 19-inch rod. And you could like sight fish out of the same hole you're sitting on. If you're like cutting a hole and you need the bait a little further away, then I would try maybe the dipstick or the drench, which are a little bit longer, kind of like noodle tip rods. What else we got here? Will the Santa video be at Balsam Bay again, says Brad. Probably do Balsam Bay. I want to go to the area that I can. Balsam Bay is on Lake Winnipeg, for those of you not familiar. And I kind of want, if I do go out and hand out gear again, I want it to be in a spot with lots of people. So I might. Jay, have you got your deer yet this season? No, I haven't gotten a deer. It's been so warm up here. This has been like probably the warmest fall I can ever remember. I packed my boat away today, which is sad, but I need to get ready for ice fishing. Did you grouse hunt it all this fall? I did a little bit. Yes. Sam and I did a bit. To Santa Anita sleigh. Are you going to do more camping on the ice? Yes, absolutely doing more camping on the ice this winter. I got some new ideas involving ice camping, trying to switch it up. I don't know, like when I'm making YouTube videos, I'm always thinking about what can be a new idea and what can make fishing interesting to someone who isn't a huge fisherman, or how can I get someone into fishing? Because there's lots of videos for fishermen, but I don't know. I think that was the cool thing about throwing hours is I got messages from people that were like, I don't even care about fishing, but I'm into throwing hours now because it's like this competition. And in the end, may have gotten that person into fishing. So that's kind of my goal with some of my videos. Ty, thank you so much for the donation. Northern Colorado loves Jay. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it up. Do you do better with browns at night or day through the ice? Yeah, I have heard night is better. I've had good success day and night, but I've definitely caught some nice fish. I think you're missing out if you're not fishing in the nighttime for brown trout. I wish I could easily pull up the photo, but one of my early hardcore ice fishing memories was with Aaron Weeb, and we were sleeping on the ice in the truck, and I had tip ups in, and we caught nice brown trout at like 11 at night, 1 in the morning. I caught my personal best brown trout. So it was pretty cool. All right, what do we got? What do you prefer more, Garmin or Hummingbird? So I got Garmin for live scope, and then I got Hummingbird for my mapping and side imaging. This winter, I'm going to have both with live imaging. So I'm going to do some comparisons, and whichever I like more is the one I'm going to use. Hey, Jay, nice sweater. Thank you. This is Old Town Kayaks. Canoes. Oh, my goodness. Judy, stop. She's attacking the headphone. Okay, she's done now. Live scope for the win. How many days does it take early ice? Yeah, the freeze, it depends on Scott Miller. How's it going? Yeah, the freeze really depends on the lake and stuff too, right? And the wind. Those are kind of the two biggest factors. Like obviously if it's windy, it's going to take a lot longer to freeze, and deep lakes take a lot longer because that water just holds the temperature. So like a shallow lake, a shallow small lake is going to be, it's going to be the calmest, and it's just the water's going to cool down faster. What do we got? What's your suggestion? Best 2-person. What's a clam style ice hut? Is that like a flip over? Because clam's a brand, but I mean, my favorite pop up right now is a 650 XD, and flip over is a Escape 2800, which is the flip over type, both by Eskimo. Jay, bring the Fed by Fire guy onto the show to show us how to catch and cook pike in YouTube. Yes, my buddy Josh McFadden, my partner with Catch and Cook Coatings. He's quite the chef, and we're gonna be doing some filming together this winter for sure. Thank you for the kind words, Richard. What is my PB Muskie? My PB Muskie is 53 inches. Opinion on Guggen baits. I think Guggen baits are great. I haven't used the hard baits. I've used the soft baits, and they're fantastic. Luke, what's up? Thanks for watching the videos. Catch and Cook is the best. Thank you, Darren. For those of you that don't know what Catch and Cook is, it's a fish batter company. My buddy Josh and I started up, and we got a couple products now. We started it about a year ago. Now we got, this is the original. We got spicy. We got beer batter we just launched. We got a filleting knife. We got spices. So if you want to support the channel, that's probably one of the best ways is buying Catch and Cook, because it is the company that me and Josh own. We need a collab with you and Mr. Tom Boley. I agree. I was chatting with Tom Boley not too long ago, and I asked about him coming up to Lake of the Woods. So if that works out, I would love to host him and learn from the Walleye Master. Diesel 40454. Love your videos and content. Much love from Minnesota. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, I need to come to Minnesota. It's been too long, and obviously it's not that far from me. So I'm thinking I need to do like an American tour and do some fishing in the States, connect with some of my homies down there, because it's been a while, and I have some amazing fishing memories in Minnesota. Evan, thank you for the donation as well. You guys are awesome. I haven't done one of these labs in a while. It's great. 460 people. Wow. This is sweet. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your questions. Just keep asking them. Jay, what is your favorite fishing memory? Oh man, that is a great question. Look at Judy trying to open the door. One of my favorite fishing memories is I was greenback fishing, walleye fishing on the Red River in Selkirk, Manitoba. And in Manitoba, there's something called a master angler program. So if you catch fish 28 inches or bigger, that's considered a trophy. You can get an award, and it's just like a goal. When you go fishing, it's a cool thing. You try to catch a master angler, right? And we'd been fishing all day on the Red River for the fall walleye run. It's me, my dad, and my grandpa. We'd caught a couple of fish, but it wasn't a crazy day. And then in the last hour, all of a sudden, boom, my dad catches a big one. It was a 30-incher. Boom. Then my grandpa caught a 29-incher. And then I was like, come on, I need to get one. And then I caught a 29-incher right at the end. So all three of us caught trophy walleyes in the last hour of the day. 3 generations. It was a pretty cool memory. So that one sticks with me. Jay, do you get 100% of the donations, or does YouTube take part of it, says Andrew? I think YouTube takes a cut. I think they take like half of it, maybe, or a quarter of it. I don't know. I haven't really done this too much with the donation type thing. But more giveaways, says Carson. Yeah, I'll do some more giveaways. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Wow. Is more Catch Cook going to be sold in the States? Yes, we're working on getting a better distribution center in the States right now. You can order it online and they'll ship it across the border. There's only one store called Brothers Firearm Shop in Grand Forks, North Dakota that's carrying it, but we're trying to get into the States. We just need to make sure all of our ducks are in the row first. I'm just going to pin the Catch and Cook link at the top. If you guys want to buy some Catch and Cook, that's probably the best way to support the channel. Replace pinned. Make a Samcam tab on your YouTube channel so my wife doesn't have to keep looking for them. We need to do some more Samcam. My wife Sam likes to wear the GoPro on the chest, and it's been coined the Samcam, and it's pretty funny. I'm looking forward to your ice fishing videos, but please be safe about it. Absolutely. Ice safety is first. If you guys are new to ice fishing and, have some questions, I did a guide to ice fishing last winter. I did a 10 video series and kind of led you through everything, types of shacks, types of heaters, how to dress, basic rigging, rods, electronics, and then ice safety was the first one, which I think is so important, even as a refresher. If you've been on the ice for years, it's just a good thing to watch. What else we got here? How come Aaron found ice before me? He drove 20 hours, so he can have it. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Hey Jay, Jake says, hey Jay, watching from Wisconsin. Have you ever been on a trip to the Quetico boundary waters? I've not been. I've heard amazing things. I might have to take the Old Town kayak next year and do a little tour, because I know a lot of that you can't use motorized watercrafts. I think that could be good. Northern Outdoor says, do you waterfowl hunt a lot? I've filmed a lot of waterfowl hunting with Birdtail Waterfowl. I haven't been there in the last year and a half, but I got into filming a bunch as well at a place called Michitoba, and I have got into hunting waterfowl. Just haven't done a ton of it. Fishing takes precedence a lot of the time. Jack says, any plans on short fishing Lake Winnipeg next spring or summer? I probably will. My buddy Josh from Catch and Cook, he does a ton of short fishing on Lake Winnipeg, just a ton. Sorry, I'm just laughing at Justin Jenkins. Yeah, I'll do some short fishing on Lake Winnipeg with Josh. And the cool thing about Lake Winnipeg right now is it's getting super clear with the zebra mussels. Maybe that's not the cool part, but the cool part is the water's clearing, which is allowing for different opportunities. And yeah, I saw some footage recently of like people sight fishing. You can see carp and drum from the drone. Pretty cool. Justin Jankin, Assorted Meats Fishing. You guys may have seen his videos, may not. We collabed a long time ago. His channel's popping off. Thank you for the donation, Justin. Justin was at the Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show. Were any of you guys at the Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show? Drop a comment below. Alex, any talk of 39 hours on the ice? That is a fantastic question. I would love to do a 39 hours on the ice. The logistics, I think, would be a little bit tougher just because it's a lot easier to get skunked ice fishing, and moving lakes is a little bit more difficult. So I think it's possible, but I think it would maybe need to be a longer time frame. It's something that's been thought about. There's definitely nothing planned right now, but it could happen. I think if we did do 39 hours on the ice, we'd probably like film it late in the season, then put it out like early in the season, kind of like now. So yeah. Gino says, have you ever moose hunted before? Actually, I filmed a moose video this summer, and I think I might drop it on the channel. I wasn't sure about it, but I think we're probably going to release it in the next couple of weeks. But stay tuned for that. Alex, thank you for the donation. Travis, thank you. Thank you for the cash and the sweet emoji with the shades. Awesome. You guys rock. Minnesota 25. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What happened to the Frostbite website, says Nathan? They're redoing, they're adding a bunch of products. They got like 2 new lineups of rods. A lot of the models are the same, but they like redid the overall look, and a couple new tweaks to their rods, and they're good. They're going to be there's going to be a lot of inventory this winter. I'm telling you that. Just guys, be patient. We had it available at the Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show, and people were buying a lot. There's people walking out there like a bundle of 8 or 10 rods. So it's pretty sweet to see. The support's been amazing. Yes, there's going to be some tungsten dinner bells. I don't think that's been like dropped yet officially, but yeah, tungsten dinner bells. So the same size, but double the weight, which is pretty sweet for when you're fishing a little bit deeper. Alex Tim, what's up from Minnesota? Looking forward to ice fishing season. I need to come to Minnesota. I want to catch bluegills. I just like, that's not something I do through the ice. I have some great memories that a couple times I've been to Minnesota fishing for gill. So I need to come down to Minnesota. I've never been to the Minnesota Ice Fishing Show. Maybe that'll happen at some point. I don't think this winter, but would like to make it down. It's not too far away. Thank you for your donation, Alex. Oh boy. Jack, just in case Justin tries to order 17 more breakfast sandwiches. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Justin likes his breakfast sandwiches. Thank you, Jack. You're the man. When things get slow and or tough, what keeps you motivated or going, says is Vinco. What keeps me motivated? I mean, just the fact that when you're fishing, that one bite can change everything. I mean, especially when you're fishing for like trophy fish, it's all about that one bite. You're not necessarily fishing for numbers. So it's just keeping that mindset the next bite. It's like hunting. It's like muskie fishing. It's like that one bite. Things can change so fast. Guys, you're amazing. 480 of you. I'm sorry I can't answer all these questions. I'm doing my best. How do I invest in J. Seaman stock? Quest Trade, says Tyler Green. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's funny. Catch and Cook is not publicly traded yet. Is Catch and Cook available? Yes. The link is up above if you want to buy some Catch and Cook. We got some bundles right now. It's got the knife, a new folding fillet knife. It's got 3 spices, 3 kinds of batter. That's the best deal we've had online yet. It's like about $30, $28 off. So I think that's going to be a good Christmas gift. I got a video dropping in a couple days. It's going to be a Christmas gift guide, kind of giving you guys like 13 Christmas gift options in the ice fishing type stuff. So I know that's sometimes tough to shop for the fishermen in your life or to give people ideas. And I think there's some good ones there. Tiago Giesbrecht says the Winnipeg Ice Show was awesome. It was awesome. That was my first time at the Winnipeg Ice Show. Eric and crew did a fantastic job. It was buzzing. It was so great to meet so many of you guys because like the last year and a half, it's been me in this office by myself or me fishing by myself a lot of the time. So to actually like meet some of you guys and chat fishing, that was so good. So thank you for showing the support. Whoa. The Real Canuck says, awesome Winnipeg show. I was tearing up when you talked about your sponsorship from Travel Manitoba. So that's good. The Real Canuck. Aaron Weeb did a seminar at the Winnipeg Boat Show 5 years ago. And he got emotional. He was talking about catch and release and big fish and stuff. And he cried a little bit in his seminar. And I've not let him live that down. I was making fun of him so much that he cried during his seminar. And then I got choked up and may have shed a tear at the ice fishing show seminar. And no, I wrapped up. It was the end of my seminar, and I mean, Huntfish Manitoba, Travel Manitoba. That Huntfish Manitoba is the hunting and fishing marketing for Manitoba, and I just gave a heartfelt shout out to Travel Manitoba, to Huntfish, because like, to make YouTube videos, um, it really helps to have partners, to have sponsors. And Travel Manitoba, Ryan Suffren, who used to work at Travel Manitoba, he was kind of the one that invested in me and wanted, he said, we'll help you make videos if you want to start doing this. So it made it possible. And like, without them, I'd still be making YouTube videos, but I think things would be very different, and I wouldn't be able to be doing it, full time like I am now. And yeah, so it's pretty cool that Manitoba has that and invests in YouTubers. So I mean, yeah, if you want to thank Huntfish Manitoba, shoot them a DM. Or maybe you're mad at them and you don't like my videos and you want them to stop partnering with me. You can tell them that too. Please don't. How did you and Sam meet, says Philly G? Sam DM'd me on Instagram. Yeah, true story. Thank you for the donation, Real Canuck. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the ice show. All right, here we go. Considering a trip to Canada for big walleye, is it worth it? Which lakes? Yeah, absolutely. Man, Lake Winnipeg is probably like one of the top options. It's relatively easy to fish. There's lots of accommodations nearby. It's not remote if something goes wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's a long list of options, but Lake Manitoba is a pretty good one. Cassidy says, your videos in the Arctic and Amazon are amazing. Are you thinking of doing international fishing these coming years? Thank you for your donation. Yeah, like I love doing international stuff, and I love doing the film style things. They take so much time. So, I mean, I'm curious from you guys what you think. It's like, I could probably do 4 smaller videos or 1 film. So it depends. Like, I love making the films, and I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to make them because I'm passionate about them. And that's what I like to do. But I'm curious what you guys think. Would you rather see 4 like daily sessions? I go out and film a quick video. It's maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Or would you rather I go film for a week and edit for a week, and you get maybe 1 or 2 a month of these like cinematic film pieces, a little more storytelling? I'm curious what you guys want. I mean, right now I'm doing a film every couple months, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I know that YouTube also favors uploading more. So it's tough to do it all. Thank you, Cassidy. How is it that after investing, Rob Fraser says, how is it that after investing so much time watching and learning from you, I can barely catch a cold? I mean, depends where you're fishing. At the end of the day, obviously where you're set up, where you're fishing makes a big difference. So if you're like a lot of the fisheries down in the States where I know a lot of you guys are, it can be tougher fishing. So it's like props to the guys like Tom Boley, who's fishing pressured water, because you have to be good. That's something I've noticed when Americans come up into Canada and they catch so many fish and they outfish a lot of us. It's because you have to be good to catch fish in the States. Canadian fish are pretty dumb. So like, Canadian fishermen don't have to be good to catch them. Not that there's not good Canadian fishermen, but when you Americans come up, you crush us. Timing, how's it going? Would you ever fish Minnetonka, Minnesota Central Lake? It's great for panties, panties, panfish, not panties. I'm assuming you're talking about panfish. I've never heard them called panties before. Yeah, I would. I've heard Minnetonka's got some big fish, pretty pressured. I've fished some smaller lakes around Bemidji for largies and bluegills, that sort of stuff. I fished Lake Bemidji for muskies. I fished Lac Sewell. I fished Lake Vermilion. And then I fished some other random small lakes around there. But thank you for your donation. Yeah, I want to do a Minnesota tour. Alex says, best ice fishing trout jigs. Alex, what type of jigs? Like lake trout or stock trout? Because that would make a difference. Have you ever had to poop in an ice fishing hole? I have not, Andrew. But there's always time. Bemidji represent. I like Bemidji. If I had to live in the States, I'd probably live in Bemidji. Alex, did you respond? I'm sorry. Alex, if you're fishing for stock trout, I mean, I like a small jig in a plastic is good, like a little Dragon Slayer. Like Aaron was using that in his last video. It's a little like paddle tail plastic, or a hair jig, little small tungsten or normal dinner bell, jigging spoon, or a little rattle bait, little tantrum. And then if you're going bigger for lake trout, a big dragon slayer, a big tube, big jigging spoon, that sort of stuff is good to get a fish's attention. But as well, if you're fishing for lake trout, you should also have a dead bait sitting on the bottom if it's legal where you're at. Master Bass, and just got my PB walleye, 23 inches on a crappie. Good job. That's a nice walleye. Congrats. Shane says, what does Sam do for work? Sam helps run the business. A lot of the bookkeeping type stuff, the accounting, now with Catch and Cook and Thrive Visuals, like my production company, she helps just keeping all that stuff working. She keeps the cats alive, and then, comes on a video shoot here and there. So it's good. Ryan says, would you ever do a sturgeon fishing video? Yeah, I would. I'd like to go down to the Rainy River this spring. What camera is on the shelf behind you, says Alex. That is a FS5. The big one in the back is a Sony FS5, and one in the front is a Sony A7 III. Yeah, those aren't my main one right now is a Sony A7S III is what I use for a lot of it. True Grit versus new digger rod. I haven't used the new digger rod yet. Sam is the one in charge, Jay. Let's be real. You work for her. That is true. She is the boss. She is the boss. Jason Young. Is that Live Scope Addicts, Jason Young? Probably. What is the biggest thing Live Sonar has taught you? Live Sonar has taught me. Oh, what has Live Sonar taught me? I think it's taught me to have confidence, to stick it out when you see fish, because I think, with Live Sonar, you can see how fish are reacting to your baits and when they're hanging around. And there's times where I'm walleye fishing and I can see the fish are there. I can see they're on the verge of eating my bait, but they haven't done it yet. I would have left otherwise. But with Live Sonar, I can tell that the fish are interested. I just need to stick it out and to trick that fish into biting. So I think it gives me the confidence to either stay or to move, because it's a lot tougher for fish to hide with live imaging. So I'm making those decisions a lot quicker to stay or to move. CD Sports says, where in Canada do you live? I live in Kenora, Ontario, right on the shores of Lake of the Woods. Not like I can see the lake, but I'm not living on the water. I was living on the water this summer. Ice Institute is this weekend. Anything new worth seeking out for 2021, 2022? Live imaging is a big thing. If you can afford it, I would suggest trying some live imaging through the ice, but it's expensive. Yeah. Everyone doing good? Having a good evening? Getting ready for ice? Has anyone been ice fishing? Has anyone in the chat been ice fishing yet? We need a podcast, says Bo Brando. I don't think I'll do a podcast. I think I'll, be on podcasts if people want me to be on podcasts. But I don't think I'm going to start my own. It's just one more thing to take on. So it's like, would you rather have me film fishing videos or make a podcast, right? So I'd rather make more videos. Aaron Weeb is ice fishing. Yeah, he went once. Video idea. Under $300 ice fishing challenge. I did do an ice fishing video a couple years ago. It's called Minimalist Ice Fishing. And I went out with like a stick and a spool of line and a couple jigs. And that's really all you need with an axe. It was early ice, so it made it super easy. Didn't need a big auger shack or anything. And we caught some brook trout. So yeah. Thank you for not putting perch stripes on your face. I could not grow a beard even if I tried. It's I've got a baby face. What size ice rod would you use for splake? I'd probably use the Frostbite Drench, which is a 39 medium light. Timing again. Thank you for your donation. I meant to say Panfish. And I know you said Panfish. What do you think about the FLX 30 BB? Just got it this year. Can't wait to use it. I have an FLX 28 that I still use. It's phenomenal. Such a good flasher. I'm sure the 30 is only better. I love Vexilars. They're probably my favorite of conventional flashers. Yeah, and I like the brand. I like what they do. 49 hours season 3. We need more 4K videos, at least for the films. You know what? I don't think so, because I don't know how many people actually watch videos in 4K. I think a lot of people watch videos on their phones. I can tell. And it's another thing. It's 4K slows things down. So if I'm filming in 4K, it takes up more space, so it takes longer to back up that footage at the end of the day. It takes longer to edit because it's harder on my computer. And that's gonna. I mean, I think properly edited, 1080 clip, color graded nicely, is going to be better. And also, my camera does 240 frames per second, 1080. It only does 120 frames per second, 4K. So I'd rather just do it all in 1080 and have that 240, that super slow mo, which has become. I don't want to say my style because a lot of people use slow mo, but I love doing the super slow mo. Maybe to the point of it being a crutch, but I think it always makes the shots look cool. So I think I'm staying 1080. My GoPro stuff, I film 4K more so because not all 4K or 1080 is created equal. So I like having 4K and then I'll edit it all in 1080 for that GoPro stuff. What kind of editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere. Any ice fishing plans on a Wabigoon this winter? It would be awesome to meet you in person, says Sam South. Yeah, I'd like to go back to Wabigoon. That was my first serious fishing trip to Dryden, to Wabigoon this fall. I did a video with Sam where we tagged a fish, tagged 6 fish for a contest they're doing. So if you go fishing on the Wabigoon chain of lakes, buy a ticket, you can win there's one walleye you tag worth $5,000, a bunch of other worth $1,000. So yeah. Marcus, love the content and catch and cook. Waiting for ice here in Northwest Wisconsin. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, it's going to be a while for ice. We're a couple weeks behind. Like I was looking at the past videos. Normally I would have been on ice by now already. But we're going to get there. I'm going to maybe drive north this week. We'll see. I might drive. I'm getting my gear dialed in. Like tonight I was working on the boat and getting ice gear ready. And hopefully we go north this week. I'm not sure. Depends on north we want to go. It's only going to get cold later in the week, which also would be a good time to shoot a deer. So it's like, do I shoot a deer? Because the problem is if I don't shoot a deer now, I probably am not going to want to take the time when ice fishing season comes. Winter suit and boot recommendations, says Aaron. I'm trying to think which is my favorite suit right now. Eskimo came out with a new Legend suit, which I really like. It's got built-in flotation, which is like something that is just amazing to have in case you happen to break through the ice. Just a little bit of assurance. For boots right now, I'm wearing Dunlop oil rigger boots with Bama boots. They're like these little sock inserts. I got some new boots at the ice show yesterday from the guys at Harvester Outdoors. I forget what they're called. Kit boots maybe, but they're incredibly lightweight. Apparently really, really warm. So I might try those out too. Gnats, that's what they're called, says Justin. Gnats. What I say, kits? Wasn't close at all. Yeah. So I'm excited to try those guys. Shout out to Harvester Outdoors. They're a sweet fishing shop in Selkirk, Manitoba. Norfin makes good boots too. I've heard good things about them. What flasher should I get for $400 or cheaper? I mean, the sonar ball that I tagged before, I mean, that's a decent option for something that's just, it's just convenient. But I would look into buying a used flasher too, if you can find one. I mean, it's just a good way to save money. Flashers are really expensive. I was looking tonight, like an Ice 55 is still like $750, which is crazy. That's a lot of money. But yeah, everything's a little kind of inflated right now as far as ice fishing goes. Oh, the message just got bumped. Chris, thank you. Love to have you on the podcast talking about ice fishing. All right, shoot me an email, Chris. Thank you for your donation. E-commerce, very cool. Yeah, I'm learning about the e-commerce world with Catch and Cook, learning about how that works. Because I mean, I knew nothing about the food world or the e-commerce world until Catch and Cook launched. So it is something that always trying to figure out, try to streamline the process so I can focus on developing new products with Josh and promoting it and all that stuff. So it's been a major learning process. Alex, thank you for the donation. Hey Jay, obviously Canada has amazing lakes. Would you ever want to go international ice fishing down the States or overseas at all? Yeah, I want to go ice fishing like Russia or Sweden or something crazy like that. I got some friends at Headbanger in Sweden, so I'd like to go ice fishing somewhere there. That's definitely on the list. I love the crazy exotic stuff. So that is definitely something I want to do. Thank you for your donation. James, wow. Thank you so much. You guys, if I could just give you a bag through the computer, I would. James, thank you so much. Sometimes I should do more of these live things because sometimes I just click upload, and now it's just great to have a chance to interact with you guys, the community, and I'm just very grateful to have this community. What do we got here? Europe for Xanders. Yes, Europe for Xanders is definitely on the list of things I want to do. Hey Jay, why don't you fish the fall? I mean, I do fish the fall. So here's the thing. One of the reasons I did less videos this summer, maybe not a lot less. I was filming a series for Meat Eater, and I did like 4 bigger projects for them. So those are going to be dropping December 3rd on the Meat Eater YouTube channel. So that's one of the reasons I did less. And then, yeah, I just did a couple bigger trips. Like the trip to the Arctic was probably, 7 days, 8 days of filming and a week of editing. So right there, you're like 2-3 weeks. We have a short summer. So it's like, that's kind of like what I was talking about before. Do I do the films, or do I do more shorter videos and try to crank out as many as possible? So it's like, I don't know, looking back on the videos I upload, I'm more proud of the films because I put a lot more effort into those. They take a lot more time, but obviously you just can't do the same consistency. Jason Young says back to the cabin next year. Yeah, I think we'll probably live out on Lake of the Woods for a bit of the summer. Jay, why don't you do more fall runs for salmon and steelhead? I don't have enough time. Like, for every day I spend fishing or hunting, I'm spending at least a day or more in front of the computer editing, and doing other office type stuff. So it's just tough to get it all in. What up, Josh? Because Jay is Bay. How many Frostbite rods do you own? Maybe 16, 20. Julius Jones III. My man. Thank you. Hope to run into you on the ice sometime. Where are you from, Julius? I like that name. Should name our next cat Rudy III. You ever consider kayak camping? That's a good one. SK, thank you for the donation. Kayak camping would be good. Yeah, I'd have to like streamline everything, but I think that could be a new thing. I mean, we did ice fishing camping. I think kayak camping would be a little easier, a little warmer. Kyle, thank you for the donation. Family 5 loves your videos. Waiting for ice in Wisconsin. 2nd season of ice fishing and enjoying it. Hoping to go walleye fishing. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I hope we get ice soon. Like we have ice most years, like mid-November till mid-April up here. So it's a long season. I'm gonna look at the forecast here, but let's take a look here. Like I'm looking way north in Manitoba. There's some places in Manitoba are below freezing right now, but in Kenora, yeah, it's still going to be a while till we get ice. I look at the 14-day forecast, and this weekend's probably going to be really good for deer. But I bet you it's going to be close to like December 1st till we have ice around Kenora here. Get a dog, they say. Sam wants a dog. Oh boy. Hey Jay, downloaded your Lightroom LUTs. Do you have anything for Premiere Pro? I don't have any LUTs for Premiere Pro. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I think the next course I want to do, teaching type thing, I did the guide to ice fishing. I want to do the guide to outdoor videography. And maybe, yeah, just kind of give tips and tricks for people who want to do the like self-filming, fishing, hunting, that sort of stuff. Because I don't think there's really too many resources. I know a couple podcasts for that sort of thing, but I haven't seen any really video series for that. So I'd love to give back because I learned all my video photo stuff from YouTube. So I think if I can help teach some of that, I think that'd be cool. So that'll be something. I actually started filming it and edited. Some of it got edited, and then I just wasn't happy with the flow of it. So I think I'm going to redo it probably in the next year and do, a guide to outdoor videography, give you guys tips and tricks and what has worked for me over the years and just things that'll make your life easier. Tristan, what do you use for your set lines for panfish? I don't really use set lines for panfish too much. Maybe for perch, I would use like a live minnow, but more often than not, I'm going to set a tip up for a big pike because a lot of those basins you're fishing for crappies or perch or whatever, they have big pike kicking around. So you may as well set up a tip up with a big Cisco because I think your best bet for panfish is staying active and moving around. So if I can have that dead Cisco laying on the bottom, that's what I'm going to do. How do you go about asking for permission on private land? I'm guessing that's for hunting. I just haven't done too much of that. You just go up and knock on their door and ask. I know Seek One, really good hunting channel. They have like a guide to that. I haven't looked at it, but I'm definitely no hunting expert at all. What shotgun do I have, says Julian. I have a Beretta A400. Love that thing. Love it, love it, love it. When are Frostbite rods in stock? They're going to be in stock in the next week, so stay tuned. What braid do you use on your ice fishing rods? I use Power Pro for pretty much everything. Sometimes just open water Power Pro, sometimes the Ice Power Pro, but Either's good. Ice fishing salmon on Lake Superior. That would be cool. I haven't seen a lot of ice fishing salmon content. I think that'd be pretty unique. What is my favorite bird? The blue jay. I like sandhill cranes from a hunting and just eating aspect. Jay, what is your favorite fish to fish for? My favorite fish to fish for is... Any guesses? Probably won't guess it. It is the tarpon. I keep this picture beside my office all the time. It's one of my favorite fishing pictures, probably. Clayton Schick with a big old tarpon from the Florida Keys. That's a trip we did a couple winters. Clayton towed his boat down there. Caught tarpon, caught Goliath groupers. Trent, not Trent, thank you so much. Thanks for watching the videos, guys. Signature Frostbite rod? I don't know. I don't think there'll be a signature Frostbite rod. I'm not sure. Any toothpaste recommendations? You've got a photogenic smile. I just got to thank my parents for giving me braces for straightening out my crooked teeth. Are there major challenges in dragging out a 17-foot ice house with a 4x4 near Kenora? I mean, there's ice roads around Kenora. So if you're near the ice road, it's not too bad. It's just obviously getting off the ice road and then keeping that area plowed. I have a really good lake for lake trout to recommend. It's called Trout Lake. It's really close to Red Lake, Ontario, not far from you, big fish. Thank you, Kevin, for the donation and for the hot tip. I haven't been up to Red Lake before in Ontario. I'm going to this winter. Hold me to it. I'm going to make it up to Red Lake. I know there's been gotten a couple DMs saying you got to come up there. So it's not far from me. You know, I've been all over Manitoba, but I haven't explored enough around Northwest Ontario. So I'll be heading up. I'll be heading up there. Red Lake, Dryden, Lac Seul, all that stuff. Lots of good options. What type of drone do you use for your shots? I use the Mavic 2. They just announced a Mavic 3, which I'm very excited about. But I'm probably just going to fly my Mavic 2 till I sink it in the bottom of a lake. Denny Smith says, Tom Boley is a speaker at the Ice Fishing Institute this year. Curious and excited to meet him. Will you be doing any seminars? I just did my first seminars in like the last 8 years at the Winnipeg Ice Fishing Show. I'll probably do seminars again in the future. I'm used to like talking to the camera and being able to edit out things when I screw up or say something wrong. It's all different for me to like structure a 45-minute speech. This question and answer stuff I don't find difficult, but it's like when you actually need to like have a presentation, everything laid out, I find that a little bit tougher. Ever been to Sudbury, Ontario? I don't know. I may have. Jay jinxed his drone. Oh man, last winter, this story is not great, but I crashed my drone. I was fishing a lake and the back bay was frozen, but the main lake wasn't frozen. And the drone crashed on some ice that I wasn't going to walk on. So I had to cast my rod out and hook the drone and drag it back over. That took a bit of work. Best rod and reel for panfish ice fishing. I like the dipstick or I called it the Pantastic. The Pantastic by Frostbite. Either the dipstick or the Pantastic. And I'm sorry that the Frostbite site is not up, but it will be soon. Stormy, let Stormy into Canada. Stormy's my boy from Dakota Lithium. You probably saw some Dakota Lithium stuff in well, you might not have seen it in the last video, but I use Dakota Lithiums in my live scope shuttle. I use them in the power box for those type of camping trips. Yeah, we need to get Stormy back into Canada. Stormy's probably one of the guys I've talked to on the phone more than anyone and never actually met him in person. So he might not even exist. Don't even know if he's a real person. Thank you for the money, Stormy. I'll buy a double for you. Have you or will you ever fish Great Bear Lake? I hope to fish Great Bear. That is an epic Canadian fishery. Hope to make it up there. I want to fish the Tree River for char. That's definitely a bucket list thing. But yeah. Would you recommend the Megs rods or no? I don't know anything about them. I think they're cool. The checkered Eskimo patterns. That's pretty sweet. Abnormal Angling. Thank you for the donation. Born and raised in Northern Ontario, but just got a gig in the mountains in Colorado. Any tips for fishing in the mountains? Oh, I'm trying to think if I've done any fishing in the mountains, like just sturgeon fishing in BC, which is like kind of in the mountains. Oh man. I know if you're fishing for stock trout, if it's legal, you should use a jaw jacker. Jaw jackers are amazing. They're a device that sets the hook with your rod. They're not legal everywhere. They're legal in Manitoba. I think they're legal in Colorado, but you should double check that. But it automatically sets the hook for you. So a lot of those stock trout lakes, you use a jaw jacker, and then those trout that are often like light biters or fish that got hooked themselves, they just nip at it and then they get hooked properly. Like typically they'll nip at it or they'll get hooked themselves with the jaw jacker. Well, set the hook on them. Sorry, I got distracted by Jason's donation. Thank you so much. Favorite video is you and Uncut, who took the rods to the First Nation. Thank you. That's actually when people ask me what my favorite video is, Jonathan, that's probably it. Me and Aaron Weeb, Uncut Angling, we delivered a couple hundred rods. They were prizes from 39 hours. We went up to Brochet on Reindeer Lake, like a 3-4 hour boat ride, and I got to deliver them to school kids, teach them about fishing a little bit, and that was pretty special. I like everything about that trip. That's like got adventure. It's a new location. We got to meet some fantastic people. We got to, hand out some rods, do something good. So that was sweet. And I got to go to Algonquin because it sounds like I've only been to Algonquin once and didn't do any fishing, but I would love to go to your secret pass lakes. That sounds pretty good. Shoot me an email. We'll go fishing. Have you ever fished Detroit River? Yes, I have. I went muskie fishing there a couple years ago and didn't do good. I got like 3 muskies in 7 days. Favorite size tungsten for walleyes. I have some old 7 millimeters that I really like. 5 millimeters, okay. It's a little bit small. If you can find a 7 millimeter tungsten, that's good. Hey, bud. 330 Maniac. How's it going? I'm a fan. You do some crazy stuff. If you guys haven't heard of 330 Maniac, I'm trying to think. You're trapping and catching everything. I don't have any trapping experience, but I think what you're doing is pretty cool. It's I don't know how many people on YouTube are doing the trapping stuff. Like, I just want to look at some of this. Yeah, like a lot of beavers and crazy stuff. That's it's cool. It's cool to see people doing stuff that's like a little bit out of the norm, right? Not just your typical fishing channel. So shout out to 330 Maniac. The Beaver Man. Yep. What's your bucket list ice fishing destination you still haven't been to? I don't know. Overseas, Europe, something crazy like that. Kyle, thank you for the donation. Ever fish little bait and knock for walleyes? No, I have not. I've not fished little bait and knock. I've not fished big bait and knock, but I know there's really good fishing around there. So need to spend more time on Lake Michigan for sure. What is the best cheap good camera for someone getting into videography as a career? Probably a Sony A7 III would be good. I think you can probably get them for, if you want to buy one used, you can probably get them for like $1,500 right now. Sweet camera, amazing photos, does really good video. They just came out with an A7 IV. So I think the A7 IIIs, you'll be able to find one for pretty cheap because people are going to be upgrading. And I think such a big thing if you want to get into videography, photography, is just buying used gear. Don't feel like you need to buy new gear because that's just that gear depreciates so much. It's like buying a truck. It's like if you buy a brand new truck, you're just burning so much money the second you drive it off the lot. What do we got? Favorite food to bring ice fishing? I like to cook some catch and cook on the ice. No, actually, I like pepperettes or something. Some food that is just a good snack food, good protein. Don't have to worry about it going bad, really. Wisconsin anglers, what's up? Have you fished Ottertail County? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I think I probably fished Ottertail, or was it Red Wing County or something? Ottertail. I think I maybe fished with Brett McComas. Maybe not. I don't exactly know where Ottertail County is, but I think I've been there. Good day from Ottawa. What's up? My kids, Mike and Natalie Brandt, say hello to you and Sam. Sam, hello. Micah, Natalie, Brandt, and family say hello. She says hi. Northern Boys Angling. Hey, Jay, living in Kenora till Christmas for work. What's a good lake that usually forms ice early? Pretty much any shallow, small lake. Rabbit Lake is a little lake right in Kenora. It's got like a bit of everything in it. Super accessible. There's some stock trout lakes nearby if you go to the Fish Online app. Certain parts of Lake of the Woods freeze that are like a little bit shallower. But I mean, there's just so many good lakes around Kenora close by. So yeah, I mean, lots of options. Yo. I live in Ottertail County. Ottertail County is right next to me. I catch most of my big crappies and bluegills there. Giving away the secrets. Cool. Maybe is Ottertail in North Dakota or is it Minnesota? I haven't fished Red Lake. I haven't fished any Red Lakes. Minnesota. Okay, it is in Minnesota. Thanks for exposing Ottertail. I don't think I exposed Ottertail County. I think most states have some big crappies and big bluegills. Thinking of a new ice hut, what do you recommend? If you're looking for a pop-up, I like the 650 XD by Eskimo. It's got the nice walk-in door. It's good for a bunch of people. They came out with an 850, which is even bigger. That's like the big boy, like one of the biggest shacks out there. As far as a flip over, 2800 Escape is really good. They make smaller sizes too. That's the biggest 2-man flip over. I love your walleye video. Thank you, Kuba. Favorite size tungsten for big perch? Probably 5mm, 4mm. Hey Jay, do you know if a 12-inch screen will fit the summit bag you use for your live scope setup? That is a good question. I use a 10-inch screen. In mine, I don't know if a 12 would. It might fit a 12. Shoot me an email. We can look into that. I talked with the guys from Summit a decent bit. Where did Sam get the camo? Where did Sam get the camo hoodie she was wearing at the ice fishing Winnipeg show? Winnipeg ice fishing show. Those are like some new prototype. I got camo pants too, but these are not available to the public yet. These are Huntfish sweats. I don't know if they'll ever be available to the public. Maybe one day. Shoot them a DM. Tell them you want it, but sometimes they, release a little bit in small amounts for us repping it, and then eventually they put it up for sale. They sold some sweet exclusive hoodies at the show that sold really well. Basim, what up? Greetings from Toronto. Thank you for watching the videos. If you're given one lure to ice fish for pike, what would it be? Ice Williams, and they are great. Thank you for the donation. I would use a tip up with some sort of dead bait, like a Cisco probably would be the best choice, or a sardine, something like that. And go to Superstore and buy some frozen fish. Really anything that's greasy, but yeah, get yourself a tip up. That's going to catch you the biggest pike of your life. If I had 2 lines for pike, both of them would be tip ups all the time. Who sold more at the Winnipeg show, you or Sam? Probably Sam. The Frostbite booth was just popping off. Manitoba booth was crazy too, but obviously Frostbite there's a lot more products there, rods, lures, and everything. Jay, when are you releasing the video? Well, I did just release the flying video. I got 3 more videos probably to release yet this winter. And then we're going to be filming new ones. So I think it'll time out pretty good with the videos I filmed last year. And yeah, what else we got here? Hi, Danielle. Best bait for tip-up walleye, probably live minnow. What is your favorite new rod from the Frostbite line? I'm a huge fan of the Drench. The Drench is good. They've got 2 series, one called the Vanta Black. And I just blanked on the other one, Twilight. Twilight is kind of comparable to the Burnt. Vanta Black is comparable to the Medallion. The 2 tiers they have. Both of them are great. Vanta Black, you have a grip that suctions around your reel. So it doesn't have the screw-on handle. So it's a little more streamlined. And then as well, it's got the recoil guides. And then the Twilight is got the handle, like the screw-on handle, like the Burnt. So it's I don't know exactly what the price difference is, but both of them are good. I think they might have slightly different warranty, but you're going to be good with either. Hello from Bemidji. What's up, lone angler? Patrick? I think that's Patrick. Yo, 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 yo. I know I always look tired. I'm still so tired from the ice fishing show. That was a big weekend. Hello from Minnesota. Thinking of getting a cheap ice fishing finder. How's the Garmin Striker 4? Garmin Striker 4 is great. I did a video on it last year for the price. I think it's phenomenal. You can use it open water. You can use it ice fishing. It's all good. I just ordered hot wings. That's good. I could go for some hot wings. Travis Young, got live scope on the boat this spring, and now I'm gearing up for ice fishing. What pole would you recommend for live scope transducer? Summit Fishing Equipment. I will tag them here. They make kits of all sorts. Summit Fishing Equipment. And the cool thing about them is they're like a smaller company, so they're always making, changes and modifications, and they're like a smaller company, so they're able to do that and to stay up on that sort of thing. So I got one of their new shuttles for Mega Live, and I'm excited to try Mega Live on the ice. I got an 8-inch screen for the Mega Live, so I think that's going to be good, a little more portable than my 10-inch live scope. But I'm going to be doing side by side with the 10-inch live scope and the 8-inch Mega Live, and then I'm also going to be borrowing a Lowrance Active Target. So I'm going to do a side by side comparison with all 3 live imaging, because I think that's something people are going to want to see. 1 second here. I think I got the link. So here's a link for Summit Fishing Equipment. If you guys are looking for a live scope bundle or bag or something, definitely check out. I'll tag them. I'll pin it. I'll pin it up here for the next little bit. Summit Fishing Equipment. They support this channel and they make kits for, they make poles, boat mounts, all that stuff. So if you have a live scope and you want to convert it to a winter gear, and the nice thing about them is they're going to have stuff in stock. I've heard rumblings that some of the other winter kits aren't going to be in stock. Matthew, thank you for the donation. Just picked up a drench. Can't wait to break it in. Love your videos. Thank you, Matthew. Drench is my favorite. Drench is good for jaw jackers. It's good for, you can do crappies with it, dead stick for walleyes, perch, whitefish, stock trout. Like it's such a versatile rod. It's like the bigger brother to the dipstick. The dipstick was the one I talked about so much 2 years ago. And then last year the drench came out, and the drench is definitely my most used rod. By far. It's a 39 medium light. Brett, thank you for the donation. When you go to Lake Winnipeg, let me know. I only live 5 minutes south of Balsam Bay. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to Balsam. I think I mentioned it already, but I think Santa's going to make an appearance with some fishing gear. Maybe some rods, maybe some catch and cook, maybe some Hunt Fish MB merch. So just stay tuned on that. It'll probably be on a Saturday. I'm going to pick a busy day if Santa's going to make an appearance. Steve, thank you. You should consider doing a walleye trip to Ottertail or a muskie trip nearby west of Battle. Need more Minnesota fishing videos. I know. Minnesota. Got to get to Minnesota. Maybe this winter. Maybe this winter we can do a Minnesota tour. I think that'd be fun. It's not that far. It's only 3 hours to the Minnesota border from here. So I do need to do a Minnesota fishing trip. I think I would do like a bit of everything. I know Red Lake freezes really early. I think that'd be fun to go down Red Lake. Jay versus Clay on ice. Maybe. Could happen. Also, I just would like to retire champion, in the lead. Have you ever fished in Ottawa? I have not fished in Ottawa. From Southern Ontario, will you be restocking Catch and Cook near me? Mac-Attack Outdoors would probably be the closest place. They're in Bancroft. Don't have any retailers closer to you. I'm trying to get some places in Toronto, but working on it. What else? Sorry, I'm just trying to. Kyle, thank you so much. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm not going to stop. I love YouTube so much. I love the platform it is. I mean, I did professional videography for, a number of years shooting for other clients, and I'm still doing a bit of that. I haven't stopped doing that, but now the focus is just making YouTube videos. Even last year, I would say it was like last couple of years was 75% YouTube, 25% like corporate work. And now it's like getting to close to 100% YouTube. And that's kind of the goal, is because I get the most joy making YouTube videos, interacting with you guys. And that's where I feel fulfilled. And that's what I want to keep doing. So I'm not planning to stop. The pace is only going to pick up. I'm very lucky that I got Brandon, who lives in Kenora. He's helping me edit. And without an editor, it's really tough. I still do a lot of editing. He does a lot of editing as well. And that way we can just kind of crank out the videos, because it's tough. Like a guy like Tom, I'm not sure if Tom does the editing. I think his partner might do some of the editing too. But like Clayton Schick does all the editing himself. And that's crazy. I mean, both those guys are putting out tons of videos, whether if they're doing all the editing themselves or not. That's still, it's really impressive. So thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it. Jay looking for a new electric auger. I love my Ion G2. If you're looking for something cheaper, a pistol bit's good too, but that's kind of what I'm using. I want to sell Catch and Cook in my retail location in South Dakota, says Nick. Shoot me an email, either Catch and Cook, info@catchandcook.net. It's probably the easiest, and we'll chat. I'd love to have Catch and Cook in any store. If you're a retailer in Canada, in the States, shoot me a message. We'll get it going. Get Catch and Cook into Joe Brooks and Brandon. You know what? I had a phone call with Joe Brooks, and they're pumped on getting it, and just, I don't know. Maybe they changed their mind. But we will get into Joe Brooks and Brandon eventually. I know that's like one of the top fishing stores around there. How are you and Sam, says Ryan. We're doing good. Sam, how are you doing? Good. Sam's doing good. Siemens versus Ranella perch battle. Okay, I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. Actually, I don't know if it's happening yet. I shouldn't say anything. Should I tell them? Okay. Okay, we'll wait. Never mind. I might be going fishing with them. We'll see. Thank you, JD. You retracted your message, though. I'm not sure what you said. Thank you for the donation. 39 hours ice, 39, 39, 39. I know, guys. I know. 39 hours on ice. I want it to happen. We'll see. We'll see. LJC Outdoors. In your overnighter video in the SMO 650, what lights are those? Couldn't find them. They're like old school Frable lights. They don't make them anymore. They're definitely not ideal. Like they're kind of pretty dim. So I'm going to upgrade my lights for sure. And I need to get a fan to help circulate. So that's just what I'm using because I got them. But I do need to upgrade my lights. Would you create a fake bait brand? Probably not. What's the weirdest animal you've eaten? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I've eaten crocodile or not. I don't know what the weirdest thing I've eaten is. Piranha, eat piranha. Yeah, piranha wasn't too weird. Piranha was pretty weird, though. Have you ever fished Nestor Falls flying outposts? I have not. Get Clayton on his first crappie. Yeah, Clayton's never caught a crappie before. So if he wants to come to Kenora, there's an open invite. Take him crappie fishing. What species are you most excited about to target this ice fishing season? I like everything. Man, it's been a while since I've caught a big greenback walleye, so I'm excited to spend time on Lake Winnipeg. I need a big lake trout. I don't know if you guys saw that lake trout tour, but we didn't crush them. It was tough. It came together in the end, but I'd like to get a big lake trout. I don't know, just everything. I love sight fishing. I'll do more sight fishing videos. I got good feedback from the sight fishing videos. You guys were pumped on them, so definitely want to do more sight fishing videos. Have you ever not landed a fish or made a mistake while trying to film? Does the effort to try to make a video sometimes ruin the fishing? Man, this spring on the way to my turkey hunt, we were steelhead fishing on Lake Superior with Josh McFadden, and I was holding a camera in one hand, and Josh hooked just a beautiful steelhead, the only steelhead we hooked that trip, a big colored up buck, big kype, and I grabbed the camera and was trying to net at the same time, and I rimmed the fish, meaning the hook hooked on the edge of the net. And yeah, I lost that fish for him. 100% should not have lost it. And because I had the camera hand, it lost that fish. It sucked. But like, I don't know. I really don't fish now without filming. So I kind of want to film all those situations. So yeah, I mean, there's times where it makes it tougher, but it is what it is. If it was, I like the challenge of trying to film. So sometimes there are situations where it hurts me, but I would rather have it on video than not. So. Do you ever think you'll get into wing sauce retail? I don't think so. We talked about doing sauces, but I think we're going to stay in the dry goods category for catch and cook. What is your favorite lake trout tip-up bait? That'd be a Cisco. Tips on catching greenback walleyes on Lake Winnipeg. Dan Doan, I would hire a guide. That'd be good. You can learn a lot. Not for their spots, but just to learn, how, general movements, that sort of stuff. Do you hook pike on tip ups immediately, or do you let them run? The biggest thing is that you make sure when a pike takes a tip up, make sure that fish is moving away. If it's sitting still, then that fish might be pointed towards you. When you set the hook, you'll pull that bait out of his mouth. So wait till that fish is moving, and then the fish swimming away. I'm just making sure, not saying anything stupid on film here. Sometimes I get a text if all of a sudden audio isn't good or something. Hey Jay, new boat status. New boat is coming. 20-foot Alumacraft with a 200 Merc. It's coming. It's coming, I think, February. So we'll be getting rid of my 185 competitor. It's been amazing to me. I'm doing one last hurrah with it. I think this winter, probably tone it down to Texas to do some bass fishing in February. But I think that's going to be it. And then I'm going to part ways and go 20-footer. Go go big. So I'm very excited about that for next season. Yeah, 200 Merc. It's going to be wild. Power steering. Where can I go in Winnipeg for Frostbite rods? They were available at the ice fishing show. Now the only place to get them is Frostbite website, which is currently down. iFish Pro or Jaw Jacker? That's a good question. I like the iFish Pro when I'm fishing for pike, bigger walleye, that sort of thing. Jaw Jacker is nicer for smaller species. Oh, there's Rudy. Rudy, come in. Welcome to the show, Rudy. Big stretch. Yep. Okay, come up. This is Rudy. This is our second cat. He's large. We picked him up from the cat shelter, and out of like the 100 cats in the shelter, he was the biggest one. He kind of looks like a grumpy old man. He kind of is a grumpy old man, but he's a good cat. He's a good boy. What was I talking about? Hi, Rudy. Is the Frostbite Royal Flesh good for panfish? Yeah, maybe a little heavier. I'd probably use the Fantastic or the. We're talking about jaw fishers and jaw jackers and iFish Pros. Yeah, I know jaw jackers aren't legal everywhere, but I like jaw jackers for stock trout. And then I like using the iFish Pro for Lakers and pike and that sort of stuff. Is the Summit shuttle worth it? Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's great. I got some new designs coming out too. I got them linked above. That's that shuttle I use for my live scope. Favorite non-live bait for panfish? Any sort of small plastic. Frostbite's got some little dragonflies, which I like using. Are you and uncut angling fishing this winter? We'll probably go fishing this winter. Yeah. What is your favorite lake for multi-species? Lake of the Woods is pretty good. What is a good rod for jaw jacker? The Frostbite Drench is my favorite jaw jacker rod. You and Sam should get a dog. Blue healers. Look at this. This thing's pretty much a dog. Favorite Ice Pike Rod? That would be the Mr. Big, probably, by Frostbite. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is orange, as you can see by my office wall. Well, guys, it has been an hour and 20 minutes. Rudy's getting tired. He's about to fall asleep. Thank you guys for keeping me company tonight. Thank you for watching the fly and ice fishing video. That was a fun one. If you have, more video ideas, shoot me a DM. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I love interacting, and I just appreciate the support as always. And I hope you guys have a super safe ice season. Comment on the fly-in video if you want to do more live streams like this after videos. We could make this a thing. Maybe hang out after every video I post for half an hour. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful night, and hope you're safe and good luck hunting. And I hope Rudy doesn't scratch my face.